In America, they appreciate the conciseness of the exchange and the clarity of the comments. Always remember that in the United States, time is money. An appointment without a specific agenda or topic will be perceived by your interlocutor as a lack of timeless or even a lack of respect and will generally give nothing behind. Among Americans, respect is acquired through notable achievements rather than by age or status. Despite casual appearances in American companies, and especially in hierarchy, the boss remains the boss and is expected to be able to make decisions and take responsibility for his or her decisions. Similarly, while humor is frequently used in the business discussions, it is totally prohibited in conflict situations or negotiations. Excessive modesty or self derision is badly perceived by Americans. They see it as a sign of weakness. In America, there's what we call the mirror effect. It's in business. Americans' values are enthusiastic and optimistic attitudes rather than skeptical, negative, or critical attitudes, which they interpret as a sign of defeatism. The dress code varies widely across North America depending on regions, societies, environments, circumstances, or even individuals. Short-term results prevail among Americans. Thus, in your proposals, negotiations, or plans, always give a priority to the development of short-term deadlines, even if they are, and very often must, be integrated into longer-term objectives. Social codes in China differ significantly from Western customs. The day-to-day management of a Chinese partner, its suppliers or customers, and contract negotiations require some experience. A company will evolve in an ecosystem that goes far beyond the circle of employees and customers. In China, it's essential to devote time in creating and maintaining a vast network of relationships among economic and institutional actors. This involvement in the professional environment will help build trust around your name and brand. Encouraging the Chinese guanxi is important. In China, personal relationship prevails over commercial relationship. The Chinese pay much more attention to the appearance of their potential business partners than in France, which is for them a sign of financial ease that reassures them. So it goes for cars, watches, costumes, or dresses. Some will say that the Chinese never say no, but that doesn't necessarily mean they agree. French people are generally quite direct, while in the Chinese culture, harmony and consensus are valued. It is not uncommon to hear people say, yes, yes, no problem, that will not be followed by action. From there, it is common for Westerners to get angry and go to confrontation, which can have the effect of blocking the situation. This may sound cliché, but the Chinese find the French generally very talkative and do not appreciate long meetings where people talk a lot and say nothing. In the world of work, they go to the essentials. It is not surprising that participants in a meeting leave before the end as soon as they feel they have made a contribution. There are some differences between France and China in terms of body language. The Chinese finger pointed at the temple while turning it means in China, think a little bit, and in France, it means you're completely crazy. In India, the idea of working faster or better to get out of the office earlier is not well developed. The company is organized hierarchically with the caste system, and this is reflected in the professional organization where hierarchy predominates, with the effect that an employee usually does what his boss asks him to do and nothing else. It has almost no autonomy or authority and is not used to taking initiatives. Contrary to the linear vision of time in Western countries, the Hindu approach to time is circular and therefore infinite. While it is undeniable that Indians tend to take longer than anyone else to decide to conclude an agreement or place an order, they are not insensitive to any sense of urgency. It is common to arrive late for an appointment, and this is not considered a major problem. In addition, the important thing in India is to finish a job, but not necessarily on time. In India, trust in business is first. Call and visit your contacts as much as possible to create this link. In addition, there is a fine line between work and family life in India. In India, employees' relationships with their companies and their work have nothing to do with the ones that we are used to. By way of illustration, when you move into new premises, it is absolutely essential to have them blessed by a religious on the day of the inauguration. Otherwise, your Indian collaborators will not trust your facilities and will refuse to come and work there. As in China, in India, when a person to whom you have just explained something answers yes, it does not mean that they agree with you, or even that they have understood you, but only that they have heard you. As we have seen, there are many differences in the world of work between Europeans, Asians, and Americans.